It's been a long time, but I'm actually doing another video. This is SOS Titanic, the Deluxe Edition. I did do a video of the unboxing a week or two ago, and I finally just had to commit to getting it on my table after I cleaned my table and got it all ready for play after a very, very long time of not playing. So, this is my setup for this game. These are my lines of passengers ready to get off the ship onto the lifeboats, but I don't have any lifeboats yet. This is the situation with the Titanic at the moment. It has just hit the iceberg. As you can see on the far left in the A deck, there is just some water coming into the first compartment. So that's where we're at the moment. The clock time is 23:40. It's late, it's cold, and this is bad news. I'd like to point out my little atmospheric edition here. This does not come with the game. I've had this for years after I went to the Titanic Museum in Branson, Missouri. I got that there. I need a new one. My granddaughter shook it really hard and broke some of the smokestacks off, so yeah, she did her best to sink the Titanic all over again. Anyway, just a little atmosphere there. I have picked out my crew. I'm going to play two crew members. I am Harold Lowe, the 5th officer, and his special ability has to do with something with the anchors. If you rescue passengers and get them in numerical order, and if you have runs with anchor symbols on them, you get extra points. At this point, because I'm just sort of kind of learning again, I'm not going to pay any attention to that because I can barely get any of them off onto the lifeboat anyway. Heck with anchors. Okay, so Harold, you're really not going to do me a whole lot of good here, but anyway, he did get to start with 2 action cards. One is the collapsible boat, which is actually good. What it does is you can put it up here somewhere and it becomes another lifeboat, temporary lifeboat. You still have to get them off of there onto the lifeboat, but you can kind of keep them there safe. And we'll talk about what they're being safe from there here in a minute. Also, Plan A, let's see, I don't have these memorized. His other ability is Plan A, which is to look through the action card stack and choose one I want. So when I play that, I can pull a different one out of there of the action card stack if I want to. So Harold, you won't be totally useless. That's my little player marker. Doesn't come with the game, but as you can see, the ship's cat likes me best. Okay, so then my other crew member that I'm going to play is Joseph Boxhall. He doesn't get to start with any action cards, but his ability, where are you, Joseph? When he fails in setting up the passenger rescue, he takes and keeps 2 action cards. So instead of just getting 1, he gets 2 when he fails the passenger setup. And the passenger setup is on your turn. If you can do one of 2 things. After you move any of the cards around that can be moved, you have a choice. You can either play one of your action cards, or you can choose passenger cards to try to match onto these rows. And as you can see here, he can choose 5 at a time, and he can choose 3 at a time. But you can only place 1, unless you have one of the other guys who can place as many as he chooses. He can choose up to 4, I think, and he can place them all, but normally you can only place 1. So that's their abilities. I think Harold looks a little intense here. I think Harold already knows they've hit the iceberg, and yeah, it's not going to go good for Harold, and he knows it. Joseph, I don't think he cares either way. Okay, so the passengers are all lined up here, and I gotta talk. I mean, look at it. Okay, this guy's got a coat and hat on. He'll do pretty good. This guy's got a coat. Look at her. I mean, come on. It's like the Arctic in winter cold, and look at how she's dressed. That's totally inappropriate. Even if she gets on a lifeboat, she'll probably die. So, yeah. Pretty weird. Then there's this little girl, I don't know. She needs a coat too. Anyway, what we do is kind of a solitaire kind of thing where we just, under this would have to be a 4, a 3, a 2, and the ones are lifeboats. And that's where I screwed up. My first game, I thought I didn't rescue any passengers. Even though I had a huge run of the first class passengers, I didn't get them onto a lifeboat. And that was my own stupid fault because I had all the way down to starting with the 2, and I was waiting for the 1 passenger, and the 1 is the lifeboat. So I could have placed them all. So that was stupid. But, you know, I haven't played in a long time. The way this is played is that when it's your turn, you can either play one of your action cards to kind of set yourself up for next time, or maybe set your partner up. Or you can choose however many of these you're allowed to choose and want to use and try to match them to the bottoms. Like I would need, like I said, a 4, an 11, a 6, or an 8 here. Or you could start a new row over here if you get one of the top numbers. If you can't do that, if you choose like 4 or 5 of them and none of them match, you can't play any of them, you have to turn a page of the book. And when you do that, another chamber fills up with water, and the boat goes a little lower in the water. And if that happens, also you have to do that when you run out of passengers in your deck, and you have to shuffle your discard pile. You have to do this also. So it happens quite frequently, in a disturbing frequency. And then this, and then the next time, you see that whole chamber, that whole deck is gone. So at that point, no matter what progress you might have made in getting some good runs here, you have to shuffle these all together and line them up here and just flip over one. So you kind of lost all your progress there. And that just keeps happening, and everything keeps moving this way. That's why if you can build over here, they're a little safer than the runs that you build up here, because yeah, these are going to go first, and it's just going to progressively move this way. As you see, it gets worse and worse and worse. And there it's already cracked in 2, and there's the last, I believe that's the last page. And then it's over. And at that point, the game is over. And if you have not rescued all the passengers, then I'm sorry, but it's over for them as well. And at that point, hopefully you've rescued some, and it will walk you through how to score what you have done and who you have saved, and come up with a score. Here's a hint. As you probably know, the true original event did not score very well either, so don't feel bad if you don't. All right, that's kind of how the gameplay goes. So anyway, getting ready to play. I will probably, I've never won this game. I don't know if anybody who's ever said they've won this game, gotten all the passengers off. It's really hard because, let's face it, it's just pretty much luck driven in where the cards are going to be placed and what cards come up when you want them to. But it is oh so fun. I just love it, and the theme is fun and exciting to me, and some people have a problem with it, but I don't. Anyway, this is the deluxe edition. It came out a long time ago, in like, I don't know, 2018 or 2016 or something. The original edition had different artwork, and the main difference, anyway, I got it then, or actually that's not true. I got it several years later, and I had to pay quite a bit for it because it was out of print. And I loved it. And the main difference with this now, this deluxe edition, is the book is super cool plastic. You know, I have a feeling that you could probably like run over this with your car and everything and wouldn't even be able to tell. It's just sheets of plastic, so that's good. Before it was like this cardboard, and it like right along here started to look ratty kind of right away, and yeah. So that's good. That's the main thing with the deluxe, and it wasn't any, or at least not much more expensive. And you know, part of it was just them printing it again, because I know a lot of people who wanted it and couldn't get it. So that's good. I had no problem with paying this for it. And I have to show you something really cute. Somebody in our group was nice enough to make this wonderful little print and play version and send it to me. Littler versions of the cards, and what they do, here's the ship. I think you flip it or something. I haven't really explored it much yet, but he's got instructions in here printed out and everything, and made me the box. What a nice thing. So now if I travel somewhere, hopefully not by ship, I can take it with me and have a great time playing it there. Thank you so much. I'm not going to give his name because he might not want me to. I don't know. But it was really nice. He said he just wanted to put a smile on my face, and definitely did that. I can't get that back in. Okay. So, that is the print and play version of SOS Titanic. Not really part of this video, but I wanted to share it. Alright, so I am going to let you go. If you're interested in this, watch a playthrough. If you like Klondike Solitaire, which is just your traditional solitaire, a lot, then you will like this. I really love it. Some people are just very underwhelmed by it. So I would suggest you watch a few playthroughs. Game Nexus does one, used to be Ant Labs, and a couple of other people. Even a playthrough of the original one would pretty much tell you what it's like. And see what you think before you buy, because you might not, but again, it's not real expensive either. So that's SOS Titanic, the deluxe edition, and I will talk to you later. I hope you're having a good weekend. It's almost over now, and playing lots of games. I know I haven't been, but I hope to get there again soon. Bye.